Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and all those other YouTubey things. Alright, let's get to the vid.
Hi, boss. I have a cat. I have a cat, and his butt is in my face. I've got a cat, and I have a dog's face in my lap, but you can't see her. Okay, let me get this. Oh my goodness, big guy! Oh, kiki. Oh, I almost put you on the dog's head, and the dog almost got ya. Hi. My house is a zoo, guys. What's up? Long time no speak. Life has been serving me strangely, but I'm here to talk to you. Guys, I've been home for a month, a little bit over a month, with my girl, with Osa. I'm here to talk to you about that, but first, let me pop a drink. All right. I'm sorry, 1 second. Making sure my stuff isn't gonna fall off the desk. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so my first month home with Osa, my lab. Oh, first let me tell you about her. All right, I don't remember all her siblings' names, but she has an Olympus. I'm assuming that's a boy. She has an Orzo. That sounds like another boy. She has an what was it called? Let's see, it was Olympus, Opa, Osa, Orzo, Okimo, Oksana, and her. So I think that's all 7. She was number 4 out of 7. She is 64 pounds, so just about the same as my previous guide. And so far, I haven't seen any of her other siblings graduate. Her birthday is June the 3rd, 2019. So yes, your girl has another Gemini. If you're wondering why, like, I pour my drink in a glass, I hate the taste of metal can. It like totally destroys the taste of the drink. So like when you put the metal can to your mouth, like, you taste metal. Hi, Fred. She's bringing me a toy. Not right now, girl. So let me tell you, my first month home with her has been interesting. I'm slowly recognizing the silly little differences that she and my previous girl, Rosa, had. So here's a funny one. Rosa liked strawberry, okay? Rosa hated apple. She would chew up the apple and spit the apple out onto the ground, a pile of apple mess. That was my previous guide. My current guide, Osa, loves apple. She loves apple. She'll eat all the apple. Cool. I give her a piece of strawberry. She spits the strawberry out into one globular mess. She doesn't like strawberry. They're polar opposite. Here's another silly one. My previous guide, Rosa, didn't care, high heaven or hell, whatever, if her bed was next to my head or on the other side of the room. This girl, so I didn't know, like maybe she doesn't like her bed, right? She pulled a pile of blankets off the chair next to my bed and put it on the ground, and that's where she would sleep. Totally ignoring her bed. I said, okay, maybe she doesn't like this kind of bed. And then I thought, well, maybe if I move her bed to next to my head, she'll sleep on the bed. Well, guys, what do you think she did? She slept on the bed when it was next to my head. This girl likes to rhyme. All right, so those are the silly little, oh, my last girl wouldn't do boots. This girl doesn't care if you put boots or clothes on her, so get ready for some fun times. All right, so my first month home with her, I forgot what it was like to have like a young dog, because I had an older girl for like 3-4 years, and you know, by the time they hit 8 years old, they significantly slow down from the time when they're like 2, like this one. So this girl has so much damn energy. So I'm like, yeah, Albie, how am I gonna keep up with that? Like, yo, hold on, I need a nap. And she's like, I'm not gonna take a nap, yo. We're gonna play. We're gonna walk 1,000 miles an hour. Like, yo, babe, let's go. That's her attitude. So she has so much energy. She picks up on things very quickly. I forgot that about you know, having a guide, because you know, I didn't have a guide for 6 months, and my last girl, we really weren't working towards the end, so quite literally, like, I didn't have a guide for maybe 2 years. I didn't have a guide for 2 years. I want to say her last real year of guiding was 19. So I didn't have a guide for 2 years and change, yo. So I forgot how you teach them one place and they just like zero in on it like the second time or third time you pull up on that spot. Like, we go to the Starbucks, she zeroes in on it like, yeah, I got this. And it's so amazing. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I know how to keep myself safe, no doubt, with a cane, but I don't feel safe as a woman, not only as a woman, but as a disabled woman in New York City, because yo, New York is wild and crazy, okay? People would take advantage of you for your last Skittle. For any damn reason. And they see this big ass black dog next to me like, yo, they're not gonna touch me. At least a sane person would not. And living in Manhattan, how many sane people are there in the street? Like, hell, I'm not even that sane. All right, let's get that straight. So there was a little bit of like hard things. Like, there's so many good things to be back on 6 legs, as I call it. The companionship, the entertainment, the safety, the bond, all of that stuff definitely comes with a new guide. But remember, when you bring a new guide home, and hopefully the school explains this to you if you're going for your guide, it's hard when you get home. That's why when you get home, a good school would tell you, don't involve your dog in too many new things when you first get home, because you're transitioning to being home together. Not only that, but you know you're home and the dog doesn't know you're home, and you guys are and it's transitioning to not only being away from a familiar environment and from familiar, like your familiar trainers and familiar routes, but it's in a strange place. So that's why they say don't do too many wild and crazy things as soon as you get home from guide dog school. So when we first got home, yeah, I know, friend. The belly issues, the stress of being in a new environment. Like, she didn't have an accident poop in the house, thank God, but she did have a night where I had to run out in the middle of the night because her belly, she was stressed, and she had the Rhea, you know, she had leaky bowels. And that happened for maybe a day or two. She was very stressed. Not only that, but this is a big building. This is a building with over 40 floors. So that's a lot of stimulation. So that's very stressful. I'm assuming she grew up in a house that was a real house, and nobody was just like pulling up on your front door for funsies, like knock, 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 knock. Sorry, friend. Just pulling up on your door, making up all these kinds of noises when you live in a normal house. But when you live in a building with over like 500 apartments, there's all kinds of people, all kinds of sounds, all kinds of things happening all the time, and you're not used to that. So we had a barking thing. She heard anything. Someone coughed, someone slammed the door, someone took their trash out. Oh, for God's sake, if you were to take your recycling out, we were going, oh, woo, 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 right? I'm talking about you. She was wilding. She was wilding like, oh my gosh. But we got a handle on that. She's used to the cacophony of noises that are happening at all times when you're living in New York City in a high rise. So, barking, that has gone down about 90%. I don't mind if she barks if like someone comes banging on my door or like ringing my bell. Yeah, bitch, bark, bark, woo, let them know I'm in here, you know, like. But the barking that she did when people were just walking in the hallways, that's gone. Because like I said, she grew up in a real house. And that was my my major issue moving home. So we had the runny guts and we had the barking. But she is more vocal in general than my last girl. Playing, people knocking on the door. My last girl didn't really do that. So she lets them know she's here. She has claimed the house as hers. Now, if you're wondering about bringing a guide home to a house with a cat, as you see, I have a cat. He's one now. His name is Loki. Well, they get along pretty well. They play all day. And you know, they're the best of friends. Like sometimes like she's chasing him hard across the house and he'll hide up in his tree and taunt her from up there. Or they're sleeping on the ground like paw to paw. It's so cute. But when we first brought her home to meet the cat, he likes dogs, so he wasn't afraid, but she was so curious about him. Like she scared herself so bad. So we first got home, right? I put her on tie down and I went to go pee. And I hear this big commotion in the room and I'm like, good Lord, the fuck is that sound? Right? And it was her trying to get at the cat. And she scared herself so bad because when she went to get at the cat, the whole bed moved and she was so scared. So she never did that again, and she never like fully launched after the cat again. Like that was a one and done. Interesting. If anyone has tips on how to keep the dog from eating cat chips, aka litter box crunchies, aka dog crack, cat poop, yeah, please, yeah. Tips on that, because that's kind of gross. But all in all, it has been wonderful having another guide in the streets with me, going through the train station, walking 2 miles just for the hell of it because I could, you know, through Manhattan, crossing streets that I didn't dare to cross, like 42nd Street with my cane because that doesn't feel safe, crossing 42nd Street with my cane. Hell no, you know. It's, God, home, like so many things has happened. It feels like yesterday we came home. What else? Oh, she had her first experience with mama going out and wild partying like she's 21 years old. And then mom gets home and she's on the ground for a whole day because she forgot she's damn near 30 and you shouldn't party from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. anymore. Like, welcome to the good life, right, Osa? You're welcome into the good life because that was my life every weekend with my last girl. She's getting a calmer, older, more responsible. I don't know about responsible, calmer, older me. What else have I learned about this girl? Oh, it's so cute. She growls in her sleep. Like when she's dreaming, like, you know, like when they're running and they're moving their paws like back and forth in their sleep. And then you'll hear the running, and then you'll hear her tail thumping the bed. And then a couple seconds later, you hear her going, "Rrr, rrr." It's so funny. I'm like, what? What the what? I was like, this dog growls in her sleep. It's so cute. But you know, what else? I've learned that she's a toy massacrer. So no cute, fluffy, puffy toys for her. It's not a thing. She's gonna have to get the clunky, rubbery, indestructible toys because she's a beast. And I'm so excited for more adventures with her. I'll take you guys along, and I will post some pictures, maybe in the beginning or in the end of these videos, so you can get a little bit of glimpses of the cutie pie, and maybe a video clip of her doing her thing. But yo, I'll catch you next time, boss. Remember, give yourself that V for victory. Give yourself a round of applause. Round of applause. Yeah, Jasmine. Huh? That's not a thing. Round of applause because you made it to the end of today, or you made it to today, or you're going to make it through today. And be kind to yourself. Be kind to everyone else. Give yourself a chance. You're one person, and this is one day. I'll catch you next time, boss.
All right, so we're gonna see if she remembers how to get to Dwayne Reed. I showed her twice, so let's see. No, it's not Dwayne Reed, it's CVS. Jasmine, get your shit together. Forward. Good girl. Good girl. To the curb. Good girl. To the curb. Good girl, yes. Obviously, I shouldn't cross. CVS. Oh, step forward. Good girl. To the curb. Yes, friend. Good girl. Stay. All right. Forward. Right to the door. Right to the door. Right to the door. Yes, friend. You found it. Good girl. We did it. Good